music playing. We got recap to go through, and then we begin. So, welcome, friends. After 24 minutes of that wonderful audio and system testing, we are on session 94 on 11/20/22. Last time, fighting on, Kavara and Avamera regrouped together to stand up against Naluma and to save Hephaestus. Naluma, holding her ground against the ladies, stated things didn't have to be how they were going and to reconsider. There was this little bit of a standoff before a beam of light comes down and grabs her and Hephaestus, and she promised that they will see each other again, hoping for a better outcome next time. Inside the Chamber of the Seven, Drumus and Onka, Temin, Drumus and Onka, because your name's in there, were greeted by a very upset Avamera. She is stressful and sickened by Drumus holding the blade her sister was just using, demanding him to drop the sword and step away from Amime as she can't witness losing her sister again. There's an intense hesitation in the room as Avamera gets closer and pulls out two daggers that begin to attack Onka and Drumus. Temin picks up on the mannerisms of Avamera and feels something is off, same with Drumus. Waiting for the right time, Drumus and Temin hold their attacks until they are 100% sure that this is not Avamera or engaging in the situation. Magic darkness covers the arena and Avamera moves in for another attack. Refusing to let go of this blade, Drumus retaliates against his friend, pulling back the sword, and Thunder steps out of the chamber to get away. Temin and Onka are left with a laughing Avamera, who drops their form to show the true identity of King Gates, saying it has been done, licking the wounds from his hand that had just been ripped from the blade, tastes the blood off the blade, and says the ritual is finally completed. Calls out to Zara that the work is done and time to go. Same exact thing, a beam of light comes down, grabbing him, and returns to his place of calling. The five left within the chambers regroup to see the last light of the tree disappear and vanish before your guys' eyes. Temin tells everyone to give in to Regenko's calling, and as you all do, you are grabbed by the roots that are phasing out of this world and lifted from this plane of existence. In a faraway location from Mimedia, appearing from the teleportation circle, Vela and the Emperor are with Gillian Bronte in the professor's classroom. He begins scrambling, looking for a tome that inquires about the Second Dynasty spell that contained the World Serpent for the past 100 years plus. After searching through many different books and scrolls, it is finally found. An antimatter spell that gets stronger the more users and Titans' powers are dumped into this. Powers from blessed individuals. It is not as potent and precise as the Holy Grail that the King Gates has been using to retain and steal the powers of others, but it shall do. After some time, Gideon is able to recreate a version of the spell into 10 vials, having the Emperor and himself pour their blood into vials to have at least 2 powers of the Titans added to amplify its output. In the spirit realm, Blaka is woken up, having only Silk next to him. Spirit guys fly through the air, and he hears the calling of a friend's voice, Atlas. Bodiless, stuck within this plane, not knowing his remaining time here, as he is not where he's supposed to be, and death is upon him. Rengenko is focusing on finishing up the spell to finalize the tree's transplantation, and once that is done, the five of you show up. Big monologue. Literally, that's how I'm summarizing this. Big monologue. The big key points from this was Rengenko needs the Tree of Life destroyed, but he can't do it himself. This will also remove him from his station as the Titan of the Spirit Titan. Planting a new tree that isn't cursed and reconnecting the ether to Hizilian back to the wave, the flow of the planet, will restart the reincarnation process, and that is what he's asking upon Temin and you all at this point in time. After exhaustion and being told to rest, some were forced. You all wake up with one goal at this point in time, with Temin beginning his barrage of attacks on the tree, and Vel and the Emperor exploring Ditterreach to find a way home as Gillian is coming up with a way. This is where we pick up today. And I last told you guys there's going to be some loot. So, do you guys want some loot now? Or later?
Now.
Yeah.
I know.
Asking the 5-year-old, do you want Christmas at 7 a.m. or midnight?
Oh, I want it midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, midnight, but midnight of the December 25th, or 26th, you're going into.
I'm doing the loot now just to get it out of the way because I promised it all to you. So,
I got this, I'll write it down.
between the bodies of battle, what was left over, even though you didn't kill a couple of the main baddies, you still were able to, when you regrouped outside, there was the leftover bodies of the two brothers and then a couple others. So, valuables that were picked up. We have a platinum bracelet set in sapphire, worth about 250 gold pieces. You have a gold circlet set with 4 different Aquarian gems. Priceless at the moment. You have an embroidered silk and velvet mantle set with numerous moonstones. It's worth about 250 gold. 2 jeweled anklets, if you want to be real fancy there. Each one's about 50 gold pieces. An eye patch with a mocked eye set in blue sapphire and moonstone. It's worth about 100 gold. And a silver necklace string and small pink pearls, worth about 50 gold pieces. Gold-wise, you are able to obtain 150 copper pieces, 4,500 gold pieces, and 320 platinum.
Damn.
And there's also a small and inexpensive charcoal drawing of a soldier and a woman. She is of dragonborn descent.
Sounds like a key item warning.
Key or summoning item is what I'm getting for that.
There is a doll,
Sorry, the woman. Did you say that was team play?
dragonborn. There's a Concord cloth doll. This doll is just ragged and it's just very much like Lulu from Final Fantasy in a way. It's just a little rag doll. The bearer holding this item gains a +1 bonus on dexterity saving throws. There also has some other components, but you'll have to do an Arcana check on that. There is
I locked and loaded.
There is a small druid meteor stone fragment. This artifact or fragment is almost cracked in a way, and it has been reforged through, what is it called? Like splining, where you pour different metals into hold it.
Oh yeah, little pots.
Yeah, but basically it's been reforged back. It's considered an artifact at this point because of how it's been reforged, but the bearer of this object gains a +1 bonus to intelligent nature checks, being of druid descent. You also gain an extra attack with an unarmed strike as a bonus action when you take an attack action not wielding a sword. So it basically gives you two weapon fighting without having 2 weapon fighting. there is some padded armor. Padded armor of the Negotiator. Once per day, you may grant yourself advantage on a persuasion skill check wearing this armor. There's more, but I cannot tell you more until somebody does an Arcana check on that. You have the Artisan's Chainmail. This armor is like a Swiss Army knife, enchanted appendages that can take the form of any artistry tools, from alchemy and brewery supplies to weavers and wood crafting tools. It's basically just a set of armor that, just switches out, like I said, is like a Swiss Army knife. It gives you supplies and access to many different tools that would be of the artisan. We have a quantum whip of immobilization. This one I will need an Arcana check right away. So, who wants to roll an Arcana? Let's get a general Arcana check for the group. Let's just do that. Who wants to be the spokesperson to...
Job Mayor's our go-to.
Provision +8.
I'm +5, so if you need a backup.
I got +7 and I have reliable talent too, so the lowest I can get is a 17.
And I can identify what you
Guys
guys
are
say.
real good at Delta conscious.
And I'll
Oh
drop...
yeah, all your check sucks. You don't want mine.
It was like, once I'm done reading the list, I'll start dropping some of these into the Discord too, so you guys can fully see. So, roll me an Arcana.
I rolled a 10 anyway, so 17.
17. Okay. So far everything I've read, the last one might be the only one that you want to fully get. The padded armor.
Armor will identify.
The padded armor, does have a curse on it, so that's the one thing you would notice about that. What was the other thing?
So it's like a Swiss Army knife, but it's cursed.
No,
That's the chainmail.
that's the chainmail. So the artisan's chainmail is not cursed. That is just straight up Swiss Army knife chainmail. The padded armor of the negotiator is cursed.
Gosh, I wore chainmail.
Yeah. Then the cloth doll. The doll is a doll of agility, so on top of like the dexterity thing, the bearer also has advantage on saving throws against psychic distance or anything that is psychic spell bearing within the outer plane. So anything that is considered not the material plane, basically, you have a psychic advantage on spells done against you having this.
Well, was this the outer god's doll?
Yes. The quantum whip. Every time a bearer takes a long rest, this weapon changes its appearance and function. It retains its property, but any other prosperities are lost. However, it gains a new random ability from a chart, which I can't give you the chart yet, but the main focus on this, because of the roll, is anytime you deal fire damage, the amount of fire damage is dealt increased by a 2d10. So, I have a pair of channeling gloves. Once a day, the bearer may ignore the verbal and somatic components of a spell they are casting. So if you are trying to silent cast a spell without anybody knowing, once a day you can do that with these gloves. I have a small shield. This is an animated shield. Does require attunement. Some of the last ones did too. I didn't go through all that, but while holding this shield, you may speak its command word as a bonus action to animate it. The shield leaps into the air, hovers in the space to protect you as you are wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end this effect, or you are incapacitated or die. At that point, the shield fails and falls to the ground. So it is an animated shield that keeps your hands free. We have a set of Elven Armor. You gain +1 AC while wearing this armor. You are also considered proficient with this armor if you lack proficiency in medium armor. So it gives you a +1 Elven Armor. We have some Gloves of Thievery. These gloves are invisible while worn. While wearing them, you gain +5 to dexterity sleight of hand checks and dexterity checks made by picklocks. We have a lantern, a revealing.
Oh, second one.
Second one. Yep. I was like, you guys remember what a lantern does? You want me to read it again?
It reveals illusions.
Got it.
I've got it.
Okay. We have a Staff of Healing. Staff of Healing required attunement by a bard, cleric, or druid. Staff has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expand one or more charges to cast one of the following spells. Using your spell save DC on spell casting ability modifiers. Cure Wounds, 1 charge, up to level 4. Lesser Restoration takes 2 charges, or Mass Cure Wounds takes 5 charges. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expandable charges daily at dawn. If you expand the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff vanishes in the flash of light and is lost forever. So, those are the items that I can tell all of you. I can tell Drumris a little about his sword he is currently holding, but not all the effects. So, you are holding a strange crystalline blade created by an obscure goddess supposedly named Vertigo. While she creates these blades, and when she does, they're made for specific allies or servants in order to aid in a task she has sent them on. Those who manage to otherwise find and use the blade are said to be contacted by this goddess through different encounters as they wield it. This weapon gives you +3 bonus on attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. It is also very cursed. So, I need at this point in time, because you have rested with this blade, it was not taken away from you, I need you to roll me a d6. It's an odds or evens. It's basically I'm supposed to have you flip a coin. We're going to just do a d6.
I have a coin though.
Yeah.
And I never get to use.
So, odds are heads, evens are tails. So,
Yeah, at 3.
okay.
Heads.
Okay. Okay. How many magic items do you have on you at the moment right now?
Well, let me see here. I've got my Dwarven Thrower. I've got that cloak of magic. Yep, those are the only 2.
That's it?
That's it.
No. Okay.
I was gonna force a 2 on slot. Oh no.
It is, yep. You are auto-attuning to this, and I need you to roll a d4. What's in your number 1 slot right now?
For the attunement?
Yeah.
Well, it probably would be the cloak. But I attuned to that before the hammer. So yeah, the cloak.
Okay. Roll me a d4. If it's a 1 or a 2, it's the cloak. If it's a 3 or a 4, it's the hammer.
Oh.
It's a 4, so the hammer.
Okay. The hammer is no more.
Ah.
No.
Oh man.
We're talking about the hammer is no more. What?
Oh, right in the heart. Right in his dwarven heart.
Ah.
You have to make a
Right in the beard and heart.
sacrifice for this blade. And anything magical on your personnel basically was up for sacrificial pleasure of this blade. And as you are holding this blade and like you're woken and you're still holding on to it, your hammer had just been removed from your body. So I will tell you this. This blade, on top of it being a +3, has 1 charge that refills at dawn. You can expand the charge out to cast the following spell with a DC save. You have Gravity, Fissure, or Psychic Crush. You can expand the charge and manifest a ravine of gravitational energy that lines an originating 100 feet from you, 5 feet wide. Each creature within that line must make a Constitution saving throw or take 8d8 force damage on a fail or half on a successful save. Each creature within 10 feet of that line must also make the save or take 8d8 force damage and be pulled towards the line until the creature is within the area. So basically it is a gravitational line that rips apart and forces everything towards it. So that's
no shit.
that is Gravity Fissure, and then the Psychic Crush, you expand the charge to overload the minds of one creature you see within range. It's filling its psyche with disorientating emotion. The target must make an intelligence saving throw, or on a failed save, the target takes 12d6 psychic damage and is stunned for 1 minute. On successful saves, they take half that amount of damage and aren't stunned. The stunned target can make the intelligence saving throws at the end of each of its turn. Unsuccessful, the spell ends. It's a cool blade, but at what cost? So, like I said, I'll send that over. I will send that over to you. But yeah, it devours until it is satisfied.
Oh. Okay.
That's it. Those are my magical items for you guys. So, as the list has now been read off to you, and I know that was quite a lot, you guys can divvy up as need be. We are starting today with the group still separated slightly. Within the spiritual realm, around this tree, you had woken up, you began your day seeing the gasping wisp of the music not playing. Sorry, I need the music in the background, it just helps me stay focused. I also would like to be able to see my full fucking screen, please. Why do you not want to?
Joel, you are so quiet.
Yeah, you are very quiet today.
It's because I'm sitting far away from the mic. I'm just making jokes.
Oh, that's
It's not allowed here.
That's why I can't see, because my slide bar's on the bottom there. Spirit Realm. I know I still have you guys all separated. Some of you guys were given ultimatums and have began your quest or request at this point, and have some thoughts. So, as you all witnessed Temin literally barraging this tree, just spirit gunshot after spirit gunshot, and as you are shooting at the tree, Temin, your shot really isn't doing much toll from what you can tell. You are just barraging in an angry form of what has been requested of you to destroy this tree and whatever means necessary. Rengenko cannot bear witness this, and he is drifting away from you, and he has left this. I mean, he has left the scene, even though I still have this token here. The rest of you basically see Temin just all out attacking this tree at the moment. So I guess I ask, what do you all do as you see Temin just forcibly fighting this tree?
I think Kavara would go up to him and be like, Kevin, that's not working. Try fire. And then Kavara would actually produce flame and shoot at the tree. Do I need a rope for this or anything? Or
I mean, you can hit it, so you're just throwing a fireball basically at this tree. It's not fireball, but yeah, you're flinging some fire at it.
Yep.
As the magic hits the tree and flames catch the side, the magical flames burns for a second and then just kind of dissolves around it, leaving it slightly charred, but not much more than a slight sizzle.
Look at Kavara, look back at Tam and be like, well, I guess I was wrong.
I feel like I wouldn't be saying anything back. I think I'd be too like focused on trying to topple the tree over, knock it down, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would still just be like going at it.
Okay.
Mary will try to help also. Seeing that Kavara's flame isn't working, she'll extend her hand and send poison spray towards the tree.
Okay. Roll your damage with poison spray. It's a tree. I mean, you're gonna hit. It's a non-moving object. You're gonna hit it. So.
25.
25 poison damage. As this poison spray, what does this look like? Or guess, where are you aiming this at the tree?
It's just like a cloud of, let's say, green gas, and just aiming it up towards the leaves of, or if it has leaves left, or towards the roots at the bottom.
Okay. You're just, from head to toe is where the spell, it sounds like it's going. And as the spray hits the roots of the tree's roots start to shrivel up, and one detaches itself from the stone that you're standing on. The stone beneath it, as the roots come undone, start drifting apart, and the platform you are all standing on becomes a little less secure. And the root system starts pulling back a little bit, but it has stopped after the removal of one side of the tree's roots, basically. The tree, as you look up towards the side that has been ripped apart from what was metallized on it and was left in the other plane, you can see the foliage that had began raining in sadness of white tears last night that put you all to sleep. What was once foliage is no more, and there is just the dead, shriveled up leaves and branches, and they start to wither away, becoming blackened and just death, but the tree still stands.
Mary will say, wow, it really does look like I'm a tree of death.
But the tree's still standing. It's not like dead, right?
It's not dead.
I mean, I could send that cantrip again if no one else is trying to attack the tree.
Well, Kavara would kind of look at Oppenheimer and be like, what kind of damage was that to hurt this tree? And she pulls out her bow.
That was some noxious gas.
I see. And then she's gonna draw a poison arrow and shoot at the tree.
Okay. Roll me your attack damage.
Well, it will just be a d6 from the poison. I don't think the arrow is gonna really do much of anything.
Okay. Roll me the d6 of poison.
That'll be 2 damage from the poison.
2 damage hitting the bark side of the tree, and as it does, it hits the tree and the bark expands out and starts deteriorating, ripping up. And as it does, it exposes the core of the tree just enough at eye level, right in front of you, Tenman, as you are still just barrage attacking this. You can see not a normal tree structure. There's not rings and wooden. The inside of this is an ever-flowing sea of ether. This is the purest form of magic and the flow of life. And as this bark exposes out the innards of this, there's a white void that just glosses over your face, basically, as it is running, and you can just see what is the essentially equivalent of life. You are seeing the flow of life in front of you inside of this tree right now. And as it does, there's this calming, soothing feeling for a second that pretty much numbifies you. You stop your actions without even realizing you've stopped, and you are just kind of standing there looking at this ever-glowing light inside the tree for a moment. And you all see Tenman go from a barrage attacks and just all-out force attacking this tree to just completely calm, shoulders drop, and stopping staring at this exposed tree now. Tenman, as this exposure happens, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
I'm proficient in it. And I rolled an 11. Which is annoying. I rolled 11 twice.
Oh, you know, in 1 second, Kamara might be able to help you with that. So that's a 5. Gotta give her 5.
Odd is decrease or more.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, nope, Kamara's kind of helpless right there. Never mind.
With a failure, Tenman, on an 11, your hand reaches out towards this exposed ether and begins to ascend, reaching into the tree. Your hand, you can no longer see, grabs and feels something. As you pull out your hand, you're holding your hand completely exposed down to the bones. Nothing more than the skeleton structure of what was your hand.
Great.
You're holding a seed. A glowing, essential, blossoming seed. But your hand is completely gone.
So I'm gonna make that my left hand that I
Okay.
no longer have a hand of.
Your left hand gone. I do have to do some.
I know where it goes, but that's fucked up.
It is 25 points of necrotic damage. As yeah, your hand is still there. It's still functional, but literally from your wrist down, where it was, and there was no feeling when you did this at all. You literally just have a random ass skeleton hand now, and it's very disturbing. So
Great. So I can use it still.
you can use it still, but it is just bone.
I just slap a glove on that, you'll be fine.
It is basically a reanimated bone. So your hand is basically your left hand is undead. So
Not really.
It's
You
kinda
have to put
badass.
Luke Skywalker fucking glove on it.
Or you just have a bone hand.
or
Kamara's
you,
gonna put all the seed like, Tammin, let me decorate it.
Put some flowers on it.
as this
No.
seed is pulled out of the tree, that flowing ether that you saw slows down and becomes nothing. And as it does so, you all can hear the crackling of what is like a tree branch, like snapping and stuff like that. The bark and everything starts to peel off as the exoskeleton of this tree exposes and just starts deteriorating out around. And the tree literally just like ripples out, and the bark drips off the ground, like off towards the ground.
Wilting, basically.
Yup, you got it. And the tree is no longer. As you're holding this seed in your hand, you kind of look back at all your friends, and then you feel the stone rubble start separating out more. You hear a call. It is done, my child. Slowly walking towards you is Rogenko. And as he's walking closer and closer, you can see this owlbear spirit go from 40 to 35 to 30 to 25. He's slowly shrinking in size as he approaches you. By the time he actually gets up to you, this mere titan is no more than 10 feet at this point. Looks at all of you and says, "It is time for me to go, and as it is for you all to continue on this journey, plant that seed, Tim, and restart the cycle. Give Gastren a new life to live towards, and end this evil." I'm afraid my powers are coming to an end. When you call upon me, Temin, you will hear silence. But it is not the end. Continue reaching out for the one they call Rogenko. Remember my name. If the deed is done, I shall be reborn, restarting the cycle once again. Once you hear my voice, you know you have succeeded. And as he says this, there's a slight tear coming down from this owlbear's face. Looks over at the vessel spirit of Atlas. "Come, my child. It is time for us to leave."
I don't think I'm done yet. Who's going to be the bad side of this crew if I die?
So be it. My one last gift for you all. Grabs his inner chest, pulls it out. It's not much. My soul for yours.
You're alright for a Titan, Riminko.
Farewell, faraway travelers. And as he hands Atlas's gold, like ghostly gold body, and literally places this soul, his spiritual form of a soul, towards Atlas and places it into his gas-like body, your soul begins to just like basically rephase into the ground itself. And within this ground where the roots were, there is a hand that punches out. And you can tell me how you rise out of the ground.
I think I just my arm, and then my arm just like waves around until someone else can get out of the dirt. I'm not that strong. It's like, hey, block
I'm definitely
help!
gonna grab Atlas and like pull him out of the ground.
Being reborn, the Titan.
Pulling him out like those crying
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like a little Pinkman.
Yeah.
Can't get to be that easy as they come out of the ground.
Forrest is gonna kind of look and be like, "Is Atlas a plant now? First he was zombie? What's going on?"
Atlas is just having a moment. Kavara, you don't know shit about fuck.
That's not very nice.
Yeah, Alice, great to see you again. Welcome back. Anyway, has anyone seen me hammer? I think I dropped it somewhere.
Oh, it was odd. While you were sleeping, your hammer just kind of was next to you, and then it just kind of disintegrated. Don't know what happened. I wasn't asleep for that, so I wouldn't have seen it happen.
Hail for every single time someone's pulled that one on me. I'd be a hell of a lot more drunk than I am right now.
Or you
Anyways,
have more hammers.
yeah, so, very funny, guys. Where's my hammer?
It's gone, Drumus, I don't tell you. I didn't sleep, so I was up the whole time. But yeah, also your sword was doing this weird thing, and then your hammer just like...
Oh, it was looking cool. Fuck. I knew I should have kicked that hardness in there. It's tartness nuts. I'd have shoved my boot stuff out of its hardness ass. Its breath has smell like shoe polish. Fuck, and now he's gone and I don't even get the last word. Ooh, when I see him again, I'm gonna make... Ooh. I'm gonna storm around in the circle. I'm gonna remove my armor and I'm just like slamming my plate armor. Just throw it. I'm pissed off.
He's throwing his...
Where the fuck is my armor?
Sword's still in here.
I normally agree with
What
this,
is this?
but...
Rip it off plate mail one hand.
Just like he's from Magic Mike. Just I don't know what to tell you, Drumus. The hammer's gone.
Don't you agree with the whole Titan shaming nonsense? I don't think it was Renko.
Can't tell anything these days. Who knows what's going on? Just want me fucking hammer back. This is more important than anything anyone's got going on. Keep it in the back of their heads. You see Drumus's hammer, you let me know.
Kavara's gonna start searching everywhere looking for Grimace's hammer.
I was dead, so this isn't very, that high on my priority list right at the moment, but I'll keep an eye
Yeah,
out.
like I said, it's great to have you back, but please focus on what's important now. And I'm gonna, walk over to Kavara and be like, I swear those were a good game call. I swear it was. And I'm gonna try searching for it, too.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over
Well,
to
if you're
Drumus.
back, but my hammer's not. This takes priority.
I'm gonna go over to Drumus and say, Drumus, while I know that you're missing your hammer, I am also missing my hand. So, can we shut up about your hammer?
Fuck! I'll look for your hand while I'm looking for it, too.
How about
He lost his hand. We have two things we need to find.
You find my eye while you're at it, let me know. I haven't seen it ever in my life, but if you find it.
Well, Kavara's there, and she's gonna let Drumus know, well, the tree ate Hammond's hand, so it's gone. I like your hammer, and that has to be around here somewhere.
Hey,
Tell you
you got the
guys,
tree in it,
it
too?
disappeared.
Fuck, it's a hungry tree. Shite.
I'm just gonna yell, Drumus, I bet you the tree ate it.
Me pa always warned me not to trust nature for this very reason. I knew he was right. Fuck, it happened. God damn it, it fucking happened.
I think I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I don't think this place is probably very stable now that the tree is dying.
As you say that, we cut to Ditter Reach. Vel and the Emperor, as you walked out of the long corridor. We're going to just switch maps to the good old Ditter Reach map for y'all, so you can... Nothing's labeled on this thing as it used to be, but... This is Ditter Reach. The flying utopia city in Draven that houses the castle of Bronte. And you guys are currently, as I literally had to find this here.
They're right here, right? This is the school, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just going to draw A little square. This little blue square represents where you guys are at.
Sweet.
You guys are in the 3rd level of the city. The city has different zones. And you're in the higher noble zone, and also where the university is. So,
Nice. Is there any way I could claim my thing?
say that again.
Your mic cut out. I think he's trying to get his loot. Nah, you got nothing there.
Nothing now.
Where's my top toe?
I hope he comes to the same spot like we theorized.
Well, this will tell us if our theory's right or not.
Ah, yeah, he did. We're good. The theory's right.
Yeah, theory's right.
A little bit.
I didn't even try to talk.
I know.
Okay. I think I can turn it up.
There we go.
Yeah,
There it
there we
is.
go.
And lost him.
And you're gone again.
Dun, dun, dun.
Put it back in the basement where it belongs.
Yeah, better off than I said yet before.
Try plugging it in, like, take it out, and put it back.
Good old classic.
Now does it work?
Nope. Now that I'm alive again, I will fight Vale for those thieving
Nothing.
gloves.
Fight me for what?
The gloves of thievings.
Of
You want to
thievings.
fight me for the gloves of thievery?
I am the pickpocket in this group.
So what got you deaded?
Actually, no, it had nothing to do with me dying, ever, actually.
Keeps
It's
cutting.
just sleight of hand.
Plus like 13.
Ooh.
It's probably gonna be a roll off on that one, but
Yeah. That shield would...
I'll do the sleight of hand roll against the sleight of hand
Let's
roll.
do it. I'll do it. It's the only way to make it fair, I guess.
we just do straight up rolls. Do you guys have both the exact same?
Okay, what's your sleight of hand?
My sleight of hand's 11, but I rolled an 18.
I gotta roll for it now. That is 28.
I got 29, sir.
What?
'Cause he has a plus 11 from an 18. That's 29.
I thought you said got an 18. Nah, he rolled an 18. Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, I rolled an 18, got 29.
Lost it by 1. That's fine.
Lost it by 1.
We already both have proficiency on sleight of hand checks. It's not really gonna do that much. I just wanted to have thieving gloves.
I know. Just say you have gloves of thievery.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can have the gloves if you want. I mean,
Yeah.
Your Discord might be bugging.
Like I said, it's not really gonna do much for either of us. I mean, the advantage
I
I
really
think.
just want the whip, honestly.
You can fight someone else for the way, but I'll take the gloves.
Hey, Alex, during that long rest that I was forced to attune to the sword, that is now my packed weapon.
Yes. I figured as much as it was given to you. Well, not given to you, forced upon you.
What you guys didn't know, Drumers removed his armor. He has a giant tattoo that says "Mom" across his chest.
Nice.
Who's a vet Drumers?
No, I just love me mom.
So that whip increases all fire damage you do by 2d10?
Yeah, and anything that does fire damage, so if you have a fire damage spell or an attack, it would increase it by 2d10.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want the whip.
Oh yeah, 'cause you're Eldritch Knight now. You have some spells, don't
Has
you?
anybody taken that shield yet? I have a
Yeah,
card
I
for
made
the
a shield.
shield.
I was thinking the shield because I could two-hand the hammer then and still have the shield. For
That's
the
true.
armor.
There's battle music playing.
I was thinking the same thing with my bow because
Well,
Kavara does not.
Isn't there like a druid rock for Kavara though?
Worn, Alex.
Say that again.
How's the shield worn? Like,
It just flies around.
Well, you have to command it to fly.
But then it
So
flies.
You'll
Yeah.
have to just carry it normally still, or you command it.
Maybe you can carry on your back like Link. Just run around with shield.
Yeah, it's like it attaches itself when you activate its
But
command
it's
word.
basically just like an auto shield, right? That just kind of like hovers around your aura.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I think I want that.
I think a lot.
You're gonna steal
Would that
the
get rid of
defensive
your-
ability again,
would
so
that-
you never get
Would
hit,
that
just
get
like you
rid
did
of
with this
your monk
Alex and got
AC,
killed?
Because it says as if you're wielding it, so would that get rid of your monk AC or?
Oh yeah, good question, Alex.
So the shield itself, you are technically. It requires attunement, so you are while holding the shield, so you are attuned to a shield. You have to.
So then it would it
But yeah,
count? Would it like negate my bracers that I have? Because I have those bracers that help
I
out
remember
with
you had the bracers,
if I'm
trust
a
me.
monk or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, the bracers of defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to wield a shield. So.
I'm looking at bracer. I think the bracers require you to not be.
have a shield, yeah.
I'm pretty sure like his regular.
I think all
monk
his monk
AC,
stuff also
like,
requires
adding
him not to have a
wisdom
shield.
Requires
Yeah.
him to not be wearing armor, wearing a shield either.
You can wield a shield with.
It says if the bracers said, well, the +2 to AC if you are not wearing armor and using no shield. So I'm out.
I
I would also
I don't
cast
know.
my vote for a shield.
Yeah, the shield's got 3 people that want it. It'd be Drummerus, Kamara, or me.
But I have a shield, so I guess I don't know.
I have the normal shield too, but I'm more.
He wants to two-hand that hammer.
Yeah, especially since Atlas is around to finish the hammer.
I can finish
Well, no,
that. Okay, is this,
Block
how
the
big is
one
the
for
sword? Can the
shield,
sword be
block it
wielded
with
two-handed?
shield.
Is it like a long sword and like optionally
Yeah.
swung with two hands?
Yeah, it's-
oh, it is, okay.
The sword is a long sword, so it can be optional, two-handed or.
So it'll still benefit both of you to not have to hold the shield.
I will say that Kavar would definitely want the Druid Meteor Stone, just because.
I mean, she's the druid of the group, so.
that and this. I'm also going to give away my slippers if someone wants some slippers because I have to attune to the shield.
You're giving away the slippers I gave you?
I love those slippers.
Oh, slippers.
I gave him slippers of spider climbing like so long ago. I got them from a totally legit source. I didn't steal them.
I think it's either that or it's the cloak of Elven guy.
No, that's you need to not have disadvantage of stealth, so that's fair.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, slippers of spider climbing, so you can walk on walls.
Well, then I'm going to reclaim them because they're mine. I was like, use them.
If everyone's okay with me taking the elven armor, I will. Does
Yeah, for sure.
that need to be
Do it.
issue?
I don't think you can wear an armor as a mage. I think it's literally not allowed as a class.
Well, you can if you're proficient in the armor, and the elven armor specifically makes you proficient.
Yes.
Oh, you have to. Okay, I thought you couldn't have spells at all with armor, but yeah, proficient.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
You are
Alright,
considered
I'm just gonna
proficient
use
with
the
this armor
webcam
block.
tonight. Fuck it. It worked just fine, but now it's gonna be hell, so fuck it. Alright.
We're just looking at loot stuff while you were gone. So.
Yeah, that was the last thing I heard. Thanks a lot for that. But the doll was a bonus on dex saves. I think I heard, or was it advantage?
That was a +1 to dex skill checks, I thought.
The doll?
Was it? It was also the saves, wasn't it too?
Yeah.
It had.
Psychic advantage against spells from outer planes or something like that.
Oh, right, that was the
was
It gives
the
you plus.
doll
It gives you
ability
+1
that-
dexterity saving throw.
So, okay, dex saving throws. I want that. If I could. That's about one of my only weaknesses, so. I'll need the stats on that, but if nobody objects to that, I'll snag that.
Yeah, like I said,
I get more.
I'll post
Okay.
this stuff
My
in the
dex is
Discord.
fine,
and
so I
stuff.
need to post one.
Okay, and then I don't think the armor, because I wear heavy armor, those seem like medium at most.
You know, the chainmail, which is heavy.
The chain's heavy.
But you're not really an artisan of any form.
Drummers, I think, would be able to wear the chain.
Yeah, I was thinking for Drew, he's a smith, right?
Rumors ain't wearing no armor, no more.
Oh, right. But I make things, but I don't wear heavy armor.
Alright, well, Drummers won't wear it. I suppose I will after. I think that's the cursed one, though, isn't it?
No, the cursed one's the padded armor.
Okay.
Nothing.
That gives you a plus advantage on persuasion check once a day or something like that. I mean, we just keep
Yeah.
the artisan thing in a bag, and so when I'm making something, I can just put it on real quick.
Yeah, that's true. You just carry it in the pot.
I have heavy artifices. Like you.
If it's a higher AC, I'll claim it. If it's not, I'll do it based on AC because I like to be tanky.
You have right?
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
chainmail, so probably if you have like a plate mail, I think it's probably gonna be better.
What is half plate?
Oh, half plate might be the same as half plate.
So half plate.
Do you want to do rollies to see which group ended up with which coin in case we have a chance to spend it? Because me and Vale will be pretty much shopping around this
Well,
time.
if you want to just split it randomly, you guys shouldn't have like any gold. You weren't there when the battle ended.
You get an AC of 16 over 15. Just change you do 16.
So what would the total AC be?
So chainmail gives you a base AC 16, but it does give you stealth disadvantage. Half plate gives you a base AC of 15, but no stealth disadvantage.
So you get one more AC when you have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I already have disadvantage on stealth for some reason, so maybe. So my armor is like in patches. Is that standard? I'm looking at the thing, but for the chainmail, is that 16 with the plus? Is it a +1?
There is a plus. It's straight
Okay.
16.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have like the thing was straight 16. It might give a plus. Either way,
One of ours, I'll remember 10 and try to get the channeling gloves.
The mayor should get the gloves.
oh,
I don't
half
really use any
half
spells
stealth
that require
disadvantage.
channeling.
That's fair.
Chain is just straight better. Yeah. Half plate gives stealth disadvantage as well, and doesn't have a plus. So yeah, chain is just better for you.
Okay. Do I have to attune to that, and do I need to check and see if there's any fun curses on it?
You wouldn't know those at the same time.
Yeah.
You want to, if you don't just identify when you attune, then you'll get to find out all the curses. It is attunement, it says.
Before I put anything on, I would like to cast Identify on it. Just because.
What are we identifying? Sorry.
The chainmail armor, because I'm considering putting that on.
The artisan chainmail?
Yes.
Got it. Can I see the spell on it?
Say what?
Is that casting the spell on this artisan chainmail?
Yes, just to be sure.
You detect no further. There is no curse on this thing, so.
Okay. Alright.
Don't sound like he's ripping arms off. I need this tool right
Yeah.
now. I don't want
I need this right meow.
Did anyone want that cloth doll of agility?
Emperor wanted it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, those were the. I have to hand type everything else in.
So yeah, I'll take the chainmail and the doll. Do you want the parties to roll for that? Like who gets what? Either the gold or the plat?
Really.
I think if we just be fair, split it in half. I think that'd be fine.
Can I use that shield in addition to my shield?
No,
No, I think actually Dromerus doesn't wear armor, so having a magic shield would make sense.
Yeah, I just got a regular like metal shield right
so that should be all the random items.
Oh, the elven. We already said. I was thinking the elven armor.
Kavara took the staff and the druid meteor stone fragment.
If Vale really wants the whip,
Like, I'm gonna take the gloves, the chain link gloves, and,
And Vale wanted the.
he wants the whip of immolation, and he gave me the thieving glove so he can get it.
And we got
Actually, yeah.
Kavara for the staff of healing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baka, you take it.
Let
Oh
me
no, I
armor
got.
now.
Take the shield.
You're not wearing armor now. Take the shield.
Oh, I already got one. It's plenty good.
Alright.
No. You're a ranking member. I wouldn't. No, it's all yours. Besides, when I find my hammer, I won't need this pet little shield anymore. No worries.
Okay, I'll give you 2 arguments. Number 1, if Avamira has armor that she can now wear and a shield that she can have to protect her, that would be pretty dope. Alternatively, Atlas keeps
Can't have
dying. So give him a shield, and maybe he won't die again.
Wait, I have fine AC if you guys stop just abandoning me to get gangbanged by everybody.
I'm a rage fighter, dude. I'm sorry. I picked up a whip so I can be a little bit closer. I'm learning from my mistakes.
Time out, abandoning you?
Bill walked off after we played like 5
It
guys.
really did dip out of there, though. I'm not gonna lie about that.
I don't
don't
blame
know,
you.
fighting across dimensions right now.
Well, that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
you're connected.
You guys aren't even here.
All
I
you
know.
can hear is us yelling at each other, but nothing ever gets solved.
If you guys don't, I was like, if you don't want to explore too much, I was going to say Gillian was going to have a form of contact to reach out to those in the other planes. Is where I was leading to. I just wanted you guys to explore the city if you wanted to, but it was like if the loot that you have obtained is enough where there's no
Drag us together.
other oddities you're
I
looking
think Vale and I would like to take the opportunity to look for any magic items, such as scrolls or potions.
for.
So if there's just like a magic shop nearby, that's
Like
that's
a
where we.
Dutch.
Let's not worry about splitting up gold then. If like, it's gonna be that quick that we're coming back from contact each other. Let's just say we all have it.
Okay. Collective money pot.
Collective money pot,
Except for the 1,000 gold I took for myself, obviously.
of course.
It's our intergalactic bank account, of course.
Of course. I mean,
Oh, it's just plus 5 signing advantage. Oh, that's huge.
shit. Where did it go? Oh, that's my spot.
Before
Does that
I,
whip require it to? No.
The whip, I think
Yes.
it did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, the clothes
clothes
don't require recruitment, and I can't afford any recruitment items.
What now? Sorry.
Does the doll and the chainmail that require attunement?
Chainmail, yes. Doll, no.
Okay. And does that take time?
For the chainmail, I mean, it's any long rest or anything like that.
Okay. And we got it before the rest?
You got it before the rest.
Okay. Alright. I don't know exactly how to add this to my inventory, so I'll be working on that when someone else is handling the roleplay, so.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So, Vale would like. I think we agree that we need to go find something of a bit more magical protection for
Plus
basically what
19
we're
sleight
doing.
of hand now.
My magic didn't seem to be strong enough in that last battle, and I don't want to see that happen again.
Open that javelin.
Yeah, sometimes it's not magic, but regardless.
Maybe I'll actually tie that. That's why I was looking at the wrong stat. I had to tie one extra one in.
Oh my god.
That's fine. No, he Valen games it's fine. I'm just saying. Like, why is this 19? It should be.
I was going to say, you guys honestly should have just done rollies of, like, you were so close with your pluses. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's done and over with.
Vale won, and then he said I could have it, so it's fine.
Okay. I'm trying to find how I put my goddamn chart, but
I mean, he essentially did do rollies. He had a lower stat than me. He still beat me.
yeah, that's very true.
Alright, I keep letting you down.
Okay, you're looking for magic items, you said?
Yes.
Or like potions?
Correct.
Like a magic shop,
Mhm.
potions, scrolls, protective items, that kind of thing.
Got it. Yeah, I lost my page where I had to reach shit, so, because it was scrolled down so far. I guess, maybe. Where did you go?
Vale, I suppose I've always been hesitant to throw the javelin ever since I slayed the Juggernaut with one.
Jugger what?
You have time for a story while we walk to the store, friend.
Also trying to fix
I mean,
controls.
we're gonna walk anyway. Peek.
So, The story begins with one of the upper class individuals selling pigs to the lower class individuals of a small town outside of, I think it's called Uella. I haven't been there in a while. Anyhow, the upper class citizen, he sold a runt of the litter to the rest of the small poor family, thinking that they were getting a good deal because they sold the runt pig for a higher cost. Well, as it turns out, the pig would grow to almost the size of a dire pig. Feeling cheated, the upper class man hired the Azonclan military to get even. And one day, in the middle of the night, I slain that pig that had become known as the Juggernaut along the village. They were proud of this pig. It was a great show pig. And it died by my hand. Now I don't eat pork or use the javelin much.
What's the story about?
They made me do terrible things. That was just the beginning.
But you said they hired the Azan clan and then you did it? So you were actually a part of that?
The Azonclan are hired for various things, big and small tasks. They're just a private military, but the soldiers, we're not really there.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't remember much after my initiation. My parents sent me off. I was from a noble family and I dishonored them somehow. Hardly remember the details. I was initiated in the Azonclan military, wore all white during my training. And I don't remember much other than the missions and the things that I've done and not being in control of doing them.
And what noble family do you come from?
My name is Darthor Zarvius.
Sorry, it's what?
Darthor is my first name, Zarvius is my family name.
Squint my eyes a little bit and I just hold my head. That sounds familiar for some reason.
Well, it was a very noble family out west, but or north, down, up, I don't even know where we are anymore.
Apparently we're in a city in the sky. Intriguing things you guys have in this world.
Indeed. Gets stranger by the day, as it seems.
Well, I've only been here around you guys for one day, so I have to agree with that.
It's increasingly discouraging hanging out with this group of friends. They found me in a clinic, you see, as part of my atonements that I have been trying to complete ever since the Ardal awoke me from the Azonclan.
I was saving the world can make up for anything that you might have done.
And that's what encouraged me to leave the clinic. There were many, many people that needed help, and I was curing illnesses and aiding to wounds when they found me. They brought me along for the journey, and it's been crazy ever since. And sometimes I'm not sure we're the good guys, but they seem to have my back more than anyone else in my life ever has.
Doctor? Strange, it really does sound familiar. Well, I'm glad you found this group then.
Indeed. Well, you're here now, and we haven't killed each other, so hopefully that continues.
I mean, no one else is around, and 50,000 is quite a bit.
You'll have to carry my body back down to the surface.
I can just push it over the side, we're floating in the city.
Trust your tracking skills are up to snuff.
Very down's easy to locate. But I kid.
However, we have been very close to the Azonklin as of late, and you were sent after me to begin with, or you had tried to find me with an initial intent to maybe kill me. And I need you to know that if the Azonklin ever catch me again, and I go back, I need you to kill me.
No problems there.
I'm glad we have an agreement.
Like ditto.
Alright, Al, I don't know if you saw that little chat between Melissa and me.
Kind of.
She's taking the shield, I'm taking the gloves.
Okay. I don't care how you guys divvy it up, so.
We just became a tank all of a sudden.
Yeah.
A magic shield for Avamera checks out, and then the first opportunity to finally wear armor, like,
She's like AC like 18 as a wizard, which is wild.
I
And
got
she can
flying
cast
daggers,
shield
I got a
too.
flying shield. It's so amazing.
The flying daggers aren't yours; those are Gates.
Take it right after King Gates.
Oh, you mean like your cloud daggers,
Oh,
flying
you
daggers?
look after me. Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's why it was so hard for Drumrus and Temin to see if it was the real one or not, because, you know.
I'm ready constantly summoning daggers out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Almera just passed the intimidation check.
So, where you guys are at in the upper part of the city, I mean, there is the Mentor's Mallet, which is a blacksmith. There's the Alchemist, the Unseen Kiss. And then there's the Sleepy Boat Inn, or like the nearest locations from the college. If you weren't traveling too far. If you go to the second brim of the city, we'll have to talk at that point.
Okay, so I want to go there.
Yeah, well, I'll make a mental note of the inn as we walk by. You said it was the Sleeping Bear?
The Sleeping Bow, B-O-W.
We will come back to this place. We need to get food before we, I don't know, transport back off to who knows where.
No idea what this guy's got going on, really, but I've been confused about everything since I met you guys. I'm kind of just along for the ride.
That seems to be the only way to survive around here.
Well, I mean, I'm not dead.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
The night is young.
The night is very young. Okay. So you guys are heading towards the second gate of I was like, if you look at the map, I mean, it kind of gives you the breakdown of where you are. If you're heading in this direction towards the gate,
Yep.
the gate. This is a giant, massive opening which has it's like 100-foot wide opening staircase that leads down to the second zone of the city. Normally is accessible, but the gate is closed at the moment. So as you arrive, there are different military personnel kind of just standing at ease and at guard. Some are facing down to the second level street, some are facing upwards. They are in dark emerald green attire and robes. They have golden hilted helmets that slick back. There are a couple people that are in royal green robes, and attached to their side are tomes and books of different spellcasting arcanes. And you can see some of them are... There's a crowd of people almost in the second level of the city, and there's just a bunch of noise as you come around. You are gathered into a smaller group. A lot of these people look like studious scholars and stuff like that, and they're kind of just gabbling back and forth a little bit as there's a little bit of like a scrimmage or something going on in the second level that you can tell as people are talking back and forth. Did you hear what happened at the arena, the Arcane Brotherhood? No, I do not. Oh, it sounds like Akvestal. The Phoenix. It broke out of its cage. Oh dear. Hopefully it doesn't plan on attacking the city again. Like, this is kind of the humble jumble that's going back and forth. But yeah, that's kind of what's going back and forth as people are talking back and forth, and apparently the second level of the city has been closed off at the moment.
Okay. I will. I could take the lead here if we need to get to the second level. I mean, maybe they'll let us pass if they know that we can survive these kinds of dangers.
That's offer to help.
All right. I'll approach the crowd, the gathering that's there, and look for someone who seems to be in charge.
Looking around, you see 50 soldiers and a bunch of people. Nobody really indicating that somebody is in charge based off of soldiers' attires. They all look very much the same exact rank.
Then I will continue to walk forward through them, for I am a higher rank than they are, till someone decides to tell me otherwise, and that will be the one who is the leader.
Okay. Slowly approaching towards
The bravest soul.
yeah, towards the gate. And you literally get up to the gate, and I mean, you're kind of just walking for it, and the soldier will just, alright, I need you to stop and get back in the crowd. Unfortunately, we can't let any bystanders pass at the moment. Things are being handled at the battle arena by the Arcane Brotherhood. No further passing until further notice. Thank you for obliging.
Are all of the shops in this area closed during this time as well? Because there are matters that we need to attend to. And magic items, unfortunately, could be a greater...
Son, I'm going to stop you off there. You need to get your priorities straight. People have been killed today, and it is not essentially your shopping spree to be continued, so hold down. I'm sure the trinkets will be there tomorrow for you.
Well, what seems to be the problem? My partner here and I have taken on many threats. Is there something that we can help with?
I just look up and wave.
The college has stated there's a surgence that has taken place today. It unraveled the teenager Ocvestal, broke out of its cage, and now has been on a spree of burning shit, we will say. Phoenix has recently been seen traveling in the air low, trying to find some source or something, but the college is not able to retain the Phoenix at the moment.
Okay, well, I do not fear a phoenix flame, that's for sure, but is there anything that we could do to assist the people in there? Is anyone hurt inside?
The Arcane Brotherhood has things matter at hand. We are here to just crowd control and keep bystanders at bay. So please go back on your business in this part of town. Why do you care so much?
Because this may be the only time that I'm ever here. There are matters pertaining to the champions of the gods and titans of this world, and I may only get one shot at this. I don't know, trying to name drop. I'm also looking through. Can I attempt to charm him into letting me through the damn gate?
I'm sure all the other 49 will just go right along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my charm's pretty strong. No, never mind. Fuck it.
How many days has it been since you used that scroll?
I unfortunately burned that out. And that won't be back for like a ridiculously long
That
time.
was 7 days. It's been at least 2.
No, it was like weeks. It was like 1d6 weeks, and I rolled like max, so like it was really high. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right, I'm gonna walk back through the crowd. Kind of pushing my way back toward, in the direction of the college, but kind of stopping for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
How far are we from the gate?
I could jump it.
From where Vel you're at, and if you're blending in or just slightly back in the crowd, you're probably about 40 or 50 feet. Where the Emperor has stepped up trying to get as close as he could to the gate, and you're probably about, I'd say, 10, 15 away before you were stopped by the guard. The guards literally are lining up. The wall itself is over about 80 feet tall. So, and the gate literally is equivalent. It's about a 60-foot tall gate with the opening arch above it that it rises up into.
So just to confirm,
Yes.
all of the soldiers pretty much look the same, and no one looks like they have authority over anybody else.
Not here. No.
Okay.
You have a couple.
So-
You literally have at the 50 soldiers. I'll say literally, it's probably like 30 of them are in like their armored guard, like light padded leathered armor and stuff like that. And then you probably have 15 to 20 scholarly looking young apprentices that are in the same colored garb, but they're also on foot. And basically every other person's like soldier, wizard, soldier, wizard, soldier, sorcerer. So
Is there anyone in particular that seems to be getting like a pass through the gate, or is it like a quarantine?
it's a quarantine situation basically.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna try to like just like curiously looking, walk up next to the Emperor and just be like, if you guys are trying to keep everyone away from a flying phoenix, being on the side of the wall isn't gonna stop it. Just throwing it out there. It can fly right over if it was a danger, so what's the harm in letting anybody through?
It's more to keep.
Oh, be bold.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the amount of passengers through this part of town to a low. That's why it is blockade at the moment.
I mean, that's fair, that makes sense. Unless you're up here and try and look through the gate, can you see the phoenix from here?
You currently cannot see no phoenix.
Now how far am I from the gate?
What was that?
I said, now how far am I from the gate?
About 15 feet.
Out of character, it's so tempting to just misty step over to the other side.
I
You
mean,
gotta be able to see it. You can't just go through doors.
is it like a gated, like where the slots? So
Yeah,
we
it's
could,
slots.
Oh, there's slots. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's slots.
I mean, we can do that. I mean, I don't think they're gonna open the gate to attack us. I mean, I'm down. Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Oh god, dude, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Yeah, I too will try to get closest as we can to the gate and just misty step through it.
No.
As soon as the spell begins to evaporate, it just nullifies out.
Of course. Okay. Fuck it. Let's go get some damn food and drink and get the hell out
Alright,
of here.
man, yeah.
You're dealing with the Arcane Brotherhood. I was like, it's the top recruited Arcanemy with like in the entire part of Gastren. So
Okay. All right. Fine.
Anyone who can help, let us know. We'll see you later.
Yep.
as you guys are heading towards getting food or shopping around, there are a couple other shops within the area, but you will get a sending spell from Gideon. You guys, I think I contacted them. I think I found them. They're in the spirit realm. It's weird. It's very fuzzy and hard to reach out, but I pinpointed the one, that weird, strange girl, always talking to animals.
They're like, oh, it's not Mayor Cavaro. They always talk to animals. Nah, it's Cavaro.
So,
No.
but
no.
she has something on her personnel that I could pinpoint down, and she also just sells the worst out of all of them. I'm sorry, but that was the one retreating
now
quality.
we're just getting,
Romero said it's certainly not me.
now we're just getting rid
Now
of
we're gonna make sure Cavaro takes the baths, apparently.
No, he's right. Your companion is quite odorous.
There's also something a little off about her. Something not there, 100%.
Yeah, personal hygiene.
Yes. Anyways, no, but she has something, this aura that just made it very different from the rest of your party that I could pinpoint down and made it easier to track. Should I reach out to her and let her know that you are here? I think I'm way over my word limit at this point in time, too, so he keeps resending.
Everyone's just like, yeah, Kamara smells
let's just in case he's communicating with someone else, let's let's head back as quickly as we can, just to kind of. If I don't want like a red herring situation, if we get poofed to somebody else or something like that.
I'll race you back.
All right. Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah, everyone loses.
I'll just. I got Ithaca or Indica. All right, Indica. Just.
Rushing back towards the college.
Yep.
Running through the college, back towards Gillian's classroom. The hallways are eerily quiet. Pretty much most personnel and people that are up in the 3rd district are out within the streets and nowhere near a classroom at the moment. So as you're running by, different classroom doors are open and you're not really seeing many students. Every now and then you'll see like 1 or 2 personnel, and there is a Genasi that literally will tell you at some point in time as she is walking by, please don't run. Oh, okay, never mind, and just continues. Like no point of even stopping you as you're going through. You get to Gillian's classroom. I'm gonna switch back to this map because that's the classroom. You guys are back within his little homeroom area. And quite hastily, I would say, but I've actually reached out to her, and at this point in time, I'm gonna just Kavara, you will just hear in your mind, young child, are you a part of the team they call Champions of Realm?
Lars is looking around like, who's talking to me?
You're probably talking to him all the time.
After looking around, seeing no one, she's just gonna be like, whatever. Yeah, sure.
I'm contacting you from Ditta Reach. My name is Gillian Bronte. We've made acquaintance once before. I'm searching for you folks. Are you okay? What happened?
The big tree died.
What do you... I should have picked somebody smarter. Big tree. Anyways, are you all safe?
Yes, Rangaku disappeared though, so he's probably not.
That explains the uproar here. Your friends, the Green Knight and Slippery Astral Elf, we will call him, because I don't have a better acronym to explain him right now. They're here at Draconary University. Do you know this location?
Boris is gonna be like, hey guys! And, no, Kamara's just waving. He's like, they're here, and Kamara's like,
What are you waiting
where's here,
at?
but hey.
Looking around like,
Kamara's
what is Gamora doing?
Kamara's like, looking at Block and like, hey, this guy's talking to me out. He's invisible, I can't see him. But he's over at, what was the name of it again?
He's at Draconary University, which is in Ditter Reach.
Kamara's gonna relay that to Blocka. You know where that's at?
Where I was trying to go initially before I got mixed up with the party in the first place.
Oh yes, how far we're supposed to go with this range?
Yep.
Kamara's gonna be like, Blocka knows where it's at.
You're able to planar shift, are you not, Kavara?
No. If I can planar shift.
Joe, close your mic.
I can. We need a tuning fork though.
Mars is going to be like going back and forth between us like a little man. I know someone who can though, but we need a tuning fork.
You are the tuning fork, Kavara.
Mars is going to look back at Blanca and she's like, I guess I'm a tuning fork.
The Emperor's just looking over at Vale like, what the fuck is going on?
One moment, I'm getting through your friend. It's just a lot of explanation and dumbing down things.
They look at each other and like, ah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I can get us back, including Alka and stuff. Would we rather go to the airship and fly to the reach? So we have the ship with us.
Is it
How
fixed?
far is the ship from Dittery?
We prepared the
There
ship.
we go.
Well, the ship is here, and Dinner Reach is here, so it's pretty far.
You guys are halfway around the world from your ship right now.
Or
Oh wait, yeah, we're in Meridian. Well, the tree level, there, over here.
Alex gives us pretty things and then just takes them away.
There's your
Here's a
stuff.
nice
There's your stuff
balloon,
here.
kid.
There's way over here.
DM giveth and the DM taketh away.
It's pretty far away.
I am monster, they call me. Monster of the deep.
Mara, you were mentioning about being able to.
Yes, Akamara would share with the group that, she's been studying her spell book and pretty confident that she would be able to teleport up to 8 people if we all agree to go to a certain place, like Dimension Door.
How many times a day could you do that?
That is it is a 7th level spell, and I only have 1 slot, so I would have to
What spell are you talking about here, Melissa?
Teleport.
Teleport anywhere on the planet.
It can only, yes, that's the thing. It only can do whatever plane of existence you're in. It doesn't do planar shifting. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. That's why there's 2 different things.
Where we need to teleport to Dinner Reach the planet ship, and then use teleport to their ship.
Correct. And that's literally what Bronte was trying to help you out with too. He can.
We take everybody to the airship. And then you teleport us to Vale and
That feels like you're missing a step, or like having an extra step there that's unnecessary. Why don't we just plane a shift to them and then teleport to the airship?
I feel like we need to be close to this Phoenix thing right now.
Also, the teleport isn't 100%. I rolled for it.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that roll. Don't worry.
Oh, lost in the void.
So keep that in mind.
If we can get there, my problem is I'm trying to make sure so I can teleport 8 people with plane ship, so I can get us all back. But we don't all.
Well, Alka and Silk don't need to come with us to the airship. No offense, Alka and Silk. I don't know what your plans are.
Okay, it's kind of looking around. Oh, I just like to leave, and like he like moves a foot, and like the stone literally just collapses underneath, and it just like dissipates into the void, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know how much time we got here, you guys.
Everybody gather around.
Joe, can you please move your mic closer to your face? I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. Everybody gather around Cover. I'm gonna take us to the beach.
Akamara will just prepare a block them.
The Emperor will ask Prince Gilead if he has any food somewhere in this library.
Literally, as you say that, like, think fast, and he, like throws like a random croissant at you. Like, you can make a sleight of hand check to try to catch it.
Yeah. It's bread.
It's broad.
Can I test out my new armor and take a +1 to that dex save?
I want to do a sleight of hand check to try and intercept it.
Go for it.
You know bread for the
Don't take this from me. Alright, okay. Okay, I rolled pretty good. Dirty 20.
Dirty
With
20.
with the new armor.
Got 21.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Reliable talent, man. Come on, you should have saw us
He's
coming.
going to gag on him at least get 21.
I literally want to, like, say the excitement on the Emperor's face as he's literally, like, inches away And Vel from behind you literally just like stabs out and just like grabs the croissant like with the tip of his dagger and retracts it back towards them.
That's
I'm
That's
just gonna
funny.
rip it in half and give you half of it. I'm hungry too.
That's fair. That's fair. That was extremely fast.
You're gonna see like the color of my eyes change to green. I'm just gonna say, here you go, old friend. And then they change back to what I was, and I just go about eating the bread.
Does that happen all the time? The eye thing?
Come again?
Your eyes they turn green. They and you call
Eyes
me.
aren't green. You really are hungry. Eat some food, man.
Casual gaslighting them.
I just kind of take a few steps back and pretend to like mosey through some books on the table.
Alright, group hug, Blanca. And Kavara.
Yeah, once everybody's around Blanca and Kavara, I will, like, make sure they're all right around her. I will
Here.
put my hand on Kavara and be like, this is gonna be weird. Especially for you, since...
Just need to vibrate real quick.
Yeah,
Kavara's like, well, what are you doing, Blanca?
just stay still. You're gonna feel really weird. Just stay still. Trust me on this, okay?
Oh, phrasing?
And I'm going to cast Leadership to do the reach.
Like, it's just Kavara being the poor team. They'll go whoosh.
That's pretty much what's happening right now. So Kavara. I can't give you too much, but explain to me how your essentially port key works. What does this look like as people are putting their hands on you to interplane travel?
Well, I think as soon as Blanca starts casting this spell, her starry form is going to come out and kind of envelop everyone, and just like this radiant burst of colors and constellations just swirling around, and you know, it's a nice little circle around everybody. I want to say when we get to the point of where Blanca's taking us, like it'll just be just this giant ball of just radiant constellations just moving back and forth before it just disappears and whoop, everyone's there.
There's one more thing that happens during this travel, Kavara. As you all are hand connected to Kavara, Kavara's memories go loose. She cannot control the power that she's currently using at the moment. So, Kavara, I need you to roll me a D100.
D100.
She has become the source of Blanca's interplanar.
99?
That was a 99.
Shut up.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Okay. Kavara, can you please tell the group a fond memory you have at this point?
Of the group itself?
No, of your past.
Of my past.
Yep.
Me and my parents in the grove when I was younger. Which, as she's telling this little, when the Luma actually appeared in Kavara's mind, Kavara's parents weren't ever there. But Kavara goes on to explain about how like her parents would take her to the places in the grove, how her mom would show her how to, you know, summon tiny little, you know, beast or whatever, like a little puppy, chicken, stuff like that. And how her dad would take her out, you know, hunting in the woods and stuff. And just, you know, little tales of that.
As Kavara's memories, and you guys are like this teleportation that is happening as you're traveling through the plains, and her memories are just leaking out. All these memories that you are seeing and she is recalling, you can see that she sees her parents. But these memories, as they leak out and fade out at the very last second, you can notice these people's faces keep changing of her parents. There are a couple recurring people that, elven structures and stuff like that, that might represent or look something similar to their parents, but there is a constant change of who these individuals are. It's almost like Kavar is trying to re-scramble or remember what her folks looks like, and it is a constant change of who she's recalling. And once the spell ends, and you are all brought within the classroom too, I want to say that after Bronte had told Kavara she's the port, basically. She's the one he needs to make this work. And Blocka, basically, you did your interplanar 2 did her reach. He has pinpointed her to Ossel. He's added onto his interplanar travel as well, basically. He's amplified the spell to pinpoint you exactly to this location where he's calling, because he was trying to get you guys as well. So it is basically Kavar's a port key, essentially, where you guys are going to end up exactly where he was aiming you guys to. And as you land and the deaths all spurt out, and Vel and the Emperor kind of look back as this spell lands, Kavara, you drop unconscious for a second, as this was so much toll on you that you instantly just like drop to the ground and fall asleep like out. No damage or anything like that, but this has just taken a toll on your mind, essentially. And you guys all land within Bronte's classroom, looking up, and you can see Vel and the Emperor. All reunited.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you know what? I missed out on an opportunity right there.
Mm-hmm.
I should have went all Harry Potter with that, and then like Kavar becomes a poop.
I'll assist Kavara with either to her feet or picking her up to one of these desks so that she's not just on the floor.
I'm gonna look at Dermis. Where's your hammer?
He's having attachment issues, or detachment issues.
No more hammer?
Yeah, it seems like the big fucking tree or something. I don't disintegrated. Fuck. I don't know where it is.
Hammers. What's next?
It's no longer hammer time.
At least I got this.
Hammer time out.
You know what, Tevin, if I have the soul in your titan or whatever, does that mean I'm your boss now?
That thing is obviously cursed. You're aware of this.
Oh, this? Hey, yeah, I suppose it is. Pretty good one, too.
Maybe it ate your hammer, not the tree.
Nah, that couldn't possibly have happened. Nah.
Super did, but
Yeah.
whatever. What do you want to believe,
Drummers
Drumus?
normally don't eat anything. They typically drink.
Yes, Mason.
Listen, Drumris, you and I had a connection in that battle, and you were swinging that hammer quite fiercely, and ever since, I don't know, that you don't look so good holding that sword, is all I'm saying. I don't know if it's as fitting as the hammer was.
Well, his hammer is gone, so he has no choice anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would be using me hammer if I had it, but I don't. So this'll have to do.
I guess you're a swordsman now.
Pretty fine looking sword.
I'm a soldier of many talents, but it's not my favorite, but it'll do in a pinch.
Jack of all blades, if you will.
So do you become Drumris Black Sword now?
No, the black swords. We don't like to talk about them too much.
What's wrong with
Wouldn't
that?
associate them with me. Nope.
Now, after the Emperor mentioned that the blade looks cursed, I would say I've slipped on the gloves. Like, at this point, I'm going to quietly touch the sword and cast Greater Restoration on the sword.
Well, level.
I'm going to cast it at 8th level.
8th?
8.
Whoo! It's gonna be a roll off. So I need you. Well, not really a roll off of my end. I need you to roll your spellcast, a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier, and then the upcast on this, kind of like a counter spell.
Because Greater Restoration is normally
It's 5th.
5th level.
Yep.
So plus 13. So my capacity plus 10.
Yep.
And 15 base roll plus 13.
28 still does not cut it. As you dive
Going in
into,
first.
I was going to say, Drumus, you're holding out the sword or whatever. Everybody's examining this sword within this room. Roll me an attack roll, Drumus.
And here we go.
Like an attack roll with the sword.
With the sword, yep.
+3 and everything.
+3.
Okay. Well, that is a 21.
Okay.
That is my AC. I figure it'd probably be coming at me, I'm guessing.
Yep. And the problem though, the rift. Well, actually, roll me a d4, Drumus, for one of the 2 effects on the sword.
Wait, is Kabara back up?
3.
3. Okay.
Did the Emperor actually get Kabara back up because she could stop this?
I think minus 5.
Okay. Joel, I need an intelligence saving throw.
Is that your strong one?
Yeah, let's go ask the mind flayers if that's a good one or not.
No, my intelligence saving throw is a +0 because of my code of protection.
Can I throw a bardic inspiration on it?
It's happening right now. I don't think there's enough time.
Alright, thought I'd try.
That is 16.
That's pretty solid for plus 0.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
What's your actually the save on this thing? I think it's an 18 DC on the saves. So Drumus, roll me your attack damage, and then 12 d6.
Was this a one-handed attack or a two-handed attack?
How are you holding the sword as people are looking at it? You can make the decision on that.
He's mentioned
I mean, I was probably just one-handed.
yeah, he's mentioned his shield. He's mentioned his shield multiple times now.
The lesser of the two. All right, you want some damage? I got some damage.
Blanca's gonna get still knocked again.
That's-
And miss another
That
bullet.
is 15 points of slashing damage.
And then roll me 12 d6.
Well, that shit
Can I
low.
maybe not do that?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Well, I had to go for it. All right. 12d6, huh?
Yep.
$45. That's 12d6.
45 points of psychic damage, and Block is stunned for a minute. As Drumus, as this magic was attempted to be ended on this spell, on this sword, the sword literally pulls her arm back, and you swing relentlessly, and you connecting into Block, expand the charge on this thing, and you hear hissing in your mind, if this child touches me, or tries that again, I will fucking end his life. You do not let him ever do that again.
I'm just gonna jump back. Whoa, violence in the workplace.
Drumus is the only one that hears this right now, so...
Oh, what is that? So it's all attacking though.
But yes, you all are able to see Drumus swing out and attack at Blocka.
But we don't hear the sword talk.
Nope.
I'll probably be in a bit of shock and I don't know, maybe try and help block out.
Well, I did use the gloves, so I didn't like any. Like you guys didn't even see me cast because I used the gloves. Because I was just trying to sneakily.
So that we just like think Druid's attack
I know
fluid
how
or everything.
curses affect things. Like they affect the user to protect. So I was trying to.
That makes things worse for Druid, and you have no reason to why he's attacking you.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, Jorvis, I had a gun. I don't know what the hell just happened. Just step away from Locka before something bad needs to happen to you.
Honestly, I don't know. Oh, what happened? Oh, the fuck. Yeah, this thing is a little volatile. I would like to use my rally maneuver to give some temporary HP to block out.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, you okay there, buddy?
I'm fucking literally stunned. So.
If that involves touching, I think I'd be like, how about you just stay over there?
Are you alright there, buddy? He's
Yeah.
over twitching on the ground.
8 points of temporary help for yourself.
I'm just gonna use Cleansing Touch on Blanca and end whatever spell is on him right now.
That's good, because he's never gonna pass it himself.
Yeah. Baka, as you stunned, you become incapacitated, so you literally just like can't fucking move or do anything. As Emperor uncleanses, and like Dreamers kind of push yourself, you kind of get away a little bit, giving yourself space. It sounds like from the group. Bronte will just come. Hey y'all, hey. Wow, he became Southern there for a second. Hey y'all! Oh, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! No. Hey, none of that to my classroom. You've already destroyed my. Oh man, that was Maddie's desk. Like he's like trying to like fix up like the desk and stuff like that. I'm glad you're all safe here though. What today? Dreamers, put down the sword, buddy. Why are you so aggressive, man? I don't even think he knows Dreamers' name, but hey, Dwarven friend.
I'm gonna like after the Emperor like helps me up. I'll be like, I don't need to put down the sword because that's a very powerful curse.
Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Hammers don't usually talk back. They.
Didn't your hammer talk though?
His hammer did have.
We all heard.
Dreamers has had back-to-back talking weapons.
With a notable exception, they don't usually talk back. But yeah, this thing, it did not like whatever it is you did there, Blockhouse. So, oof. Sorry, I definitely did not do that on purpose. But yeah, it did kind of say in the back of the old noggin that it would fucking kill you if you tried that again. Which, oh boy, I can't help but feeling like it kind of means business. So, I don't know how to... Wait, can I just like... I want to throw it. I just want to be like, ah!
Drumas, I would encourage you to take your sword a good 15 feet from the party for a moment.
Too late, I already threw it over there.
Nigga, a sheath with that?
Did you?
Done. Nah, that was easy. I can solve any problem with a good throw.
Sword gets thrown.
Oh.
I'm gonna heal Blanca for the damage that he took earlier as quickly as possible before things escalate with this sword.
I feel like as Atlas' hand is up in the high motions, it starts like glowing for some reason. It's like, what the hell is this? And it's like,
Are any effects of the curse
it's a
or
mad
any
nonsense.
curses remaining from the objects? For any casting and the Arcana check?
You can do our Arcana check.
Let's see. It would just be who touched all of the cursed objects?
Who did cut?
Dreamer?
Who did touch all the
Well,
curse?
someone put the cursed hand armor on. We knew that one was
Yeah.
cursed.
I
Okay.
can't help myself. Fuck.
I don't. Oh. 15. I'll just go over to Dermis and be like, oh, let's just check.
Dreamer's a super cursed. Like super cursed. Even with the sword laying 15 feet away from him, his body still is radiating a
And
curse.
I will cast Remove Curse on Germus.
He's not holding the sword. It's just specifically on Germus.
Yeah, I fucking threw that thing. I got an arm. Throw it.
I took.
I thought it breaks the onerous
Yeah, I think it forces break attunements usually.
attunement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's different.
I mean, usually the curse happens because you attune to it. So if you break the attunement, usually the curse is lost.
Correct.
Whether it works on this sword or not, this is a different question.
Once again, I'm going to need you to roll me. What level are you casting Remove Curse?
If you start swinging off arrow to us, you're gonna have a bad day.
Oh boy. I take 60 points of damage there.
So he doesn't have the sword anymore, so if we just like punch him either way, punch is not gonna go much better.
I'll give you 30s since you're a healer. You figure out the rest.
Avamera, what level are you casting Remove Curse?
Oh, well, I was meaning to cast it on Germus, but if it's meant for this sword... I
No,
don't-
no, you're casting it on Drumris.
No, Drumus is the one you cast on. That makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, I was also going to heal you, Blanca, under the condition that you never try to fuck with Rumors' sword ever again.
I don't think Block is the one you should be telling that to. I think Drumus is the problem here.
I wasn't fast enough to warn somebody else to not do the same thing. I'm still on step 1.
You know how I am. I try helping with things.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of impulse.
Yeah, you guys are real good at that. Avamera, did you cast this just at normal level, Remove Curse?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a d20 plus your arcane modifier, like your spell casting modifier.
Also, I'm the victim in all of this. My hammer's gone. Don't forget that. I didn't choose that fucking blade over there.
Oh, and while this is going on, you don't notice where it comes from, but the Emperor begins sliding a heavy chair across the floor, and it's starting to like make a...
Yeah, Alice is definitely getting eyes off of Drumus. Even as the armor goes over there, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Alex, did you mean my intelligence or arcana?
It'd be intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. 17.
Drumris.
Is he here? And I just point at Alice.
It doesn't matter. If she didn't upcast this, there was really...
Yeah, there's no way to be.
Yeah, unless she did a nat 20, there was no way.
Look, I have a heart of God in me right now. That's not the Titan. That's not the point right now. That we're dealing with Drumus.
Drumris, can you roll me an attack at Avamera, please?
She's a tank now, so you might miss.
Please tell me that there was at least a learning experience here. Like, I can't be the one to after school special this shit. I hope you learned something.
So, like, I am not holding the sword, so we talking like an unarmed attack?
No, you're attacking with this sword.
This is going.
And I will... Wait, do I have to do something for the animated shield, or can I just, like...
You have to give it a command word to turn it on.
Yep.
Throw it in the air and, you know...
You have to give it a command word. I did not give you a command word. You can make up your own command word for this thing. Once you attune to it, I was like, essentially, what do you want this command word to be? And then every time you want to activate it, say your command word for flavoring.
There's basically no way she would like have it on right now, right? Unless you
Does
think
it
she'd be
take time
attacked.
to attune?
You guys acquired all this items before you forced long slept. Like, you were supposed to have all this stuff. If you did, based off of timeline, you guys could have attuned to anything that you've acquired from the loot pile earlier today. So yes.
Gotcha. Okay, the word will be Victor, as in my uncle Victor Vane.
Victor, okay.
That's how I named my shield, Victor.
Dark.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
We murdered your uncle.
Yep.
So it's very only how very
16 on
type
the
attack roll.
Excuse me, did you say that you murdered Avamera's uncle? And you just...
Emperor, we are so far not. You're not involved in this right now.
Avamera? What?
Okay.
What?
Thanks,
Blocker
Louis.
doesn't actually know
Yes.
that.
Yeah, Block doesn't know that, so you couldn't have said that.
Yeah.
16's the AC? Your AC right now, Avamera? Is that what you said?
It is 17.
Now 17? Okay. The blade, even though it's 15 feet away from you, Drumris, you look down in your hand. It's right there and slashing out at Avamera. Avamera's animated shield actually yells out, "Victor!" Like reappears in front and just literally hits into the blow of the spectral shield as you recall back and slide it back and it writes off the shield and swirls around Avamera.
Alright, I 100%, not knowing weird powers now I have, is going to accidentally, not accidentally, but in the high motions, shoot at Drumris.
Okay.
With an Eldritch Blast. Because I'm a warlock now. Ooh.
Eldritch Blast at Drumris.
Does it? Well, he doesn't have control. He just doesn't have, never had magic powers before. I think this is very fair.
Yeah.
As 18, I don't get very much higher. I rolled 18, but I don't even know what my modifier is to this. Plus 7. What's a 25 do to you, AC, Drumris?
Ah, that's it.
Yeah, there's like a weird laser. Whatever 10 minutes laser beam looks like, that gives you the exact same thing. Accidentally, not accidentally at Drumris' face.
The Emperor is literally just like
5 force damage.
like just watching everybody attack each other within like 15 seconds of arriving
Yep.
at this fucking school, and it's like a mosh pit now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just sitting there with a John Travolta confused
It was like, I don't know what the hell that was, Drew. You need to calm down before I do it again.
I don't think I have
I'm
enough
not
fear
doing
time.
anything, Atlas, and you better not do that again. I'll put you back in that spirit realm myself.
You can try. I fought 5 guys twice your size and took me
man.
7 rounds to take me down. I can take you.
Totally separate entities, and whatever influence this has on me, I sure hope to God that doesn't keep happening, because all Drumas only has enough. In one, there can only be one on me. Ooh, I'm getting angry, and you'll fight me when I'm angry.
Hey, you don't.
I'm
Take a break, Drumris, and leave.
I'm going to approach Drumris non-threateningly, kind of pushing the other people who keep attacking him aside.
Yeah, okay, no one else attacked him. He's attacked everyone else. And then I accidentally shot him. Let's be clear.
Hold on.
The alive party members are speaking here, Atlas, if you give us a minute.
I am going
I'll
to
get
throw
to
you out the through.
This sword, Drumris, is a great power. And you know they say, with great power comes great responsibility.
Take it from the call. He's out.
Get out of here. The door is over there.
It is very wise words from very wise people. Nonetheless, if you all stop trying to touch this weapon or deal with this weapon, this is going to be Drumris' problem.
Oh, no, it is definitely a problem. I'll say that. I think it fucking hates everyone. I think it fucking hates me. So, yeah, if I attack you, more than likely it's the sword and not, actually me. But
More
if
than
you
likely,
take me off
yes.
just a little bit these days, I don't know, I've had quite a week. Ooh,
How many times will they get murdered by your sword before we blame you instead of just the sword the whole time, Drumris? How many times you just let it murder people before we have to blame you?
Really upset about his hammer, isn't he?
That hurt. It hurt something fierce. You don't know what
It doesn't need to hurt us too,
had there. Oh, I grasped it. I grasped glory. I had it within my reach. It was the greatest thing. It was like going to a different fucking dimension, and you come back and you had it and it's gone.
Maybe
Oh,
your hammer
it's
left you
gone and
itself because he took the sword and it was jealous and it doesn't like you anymore.
I'm just saying. I'm having a bit of, it's been more than a day, week, I don't know. And so, more than likely, it's the sour. So just be careful. I guess there are no rumors.
I'm gonna head to this inn that I saw nearby, and I'm gonna get us some drinks. We're gonna need to work some things out.
Then we need a 15-foot safety circle around the Drumas at all times.
Well, look at, what's his name? Bronte?
Yeah. Gillian Bronte.
Is
Do
there
you have anything in your flying city that could help solve this problem? It's clearly a little bit above what we're currently capable of.
What do you... That's a very broad question you're asking the astral elf.
Hey, there was that our really super knowledgeable arcane people outside, but they're occupied with a phoenix that's apparently because of us too. So.
Wait, why is
Yeah.
the Phoenix in Ditterreach? That's not where the Phoenix is supposed to be.
We were just outside, and there's a quarantine wall. They said that we can't go past it.
Yep, so there's Phoenix.
The Phoenix, Arkvestal, the Phoenix, the one that belongs in Radeau.
Yeah, that one. They
No
said
idea,
that-
didn't even say it, they just said that there's a Phoenix.
They said Arkvestal.
There's only
I
one
remember
Phoenix
hearing
last time
it
I
when
checked,
wrote
so
it
it
down.
has to be that one.
Yeah, so that's apparently in the middle grounds or lower. The very first door was locked, and they were quite persistent that we didn't go past the gate.
The
Give it a
street
shot,
of their
Sam.
concern as Hephaestus was the champion of Akvestal. They might be here.
Well, Bronte, is there any way you
Can
could
you guys tell us about your
That-
old
that
adventures?
like,
That's a good
And
question.
hopefully you
Yeah,
at least
a lot
have
going
that
on
kind of
here.
clearance around here.
I don't know, I think this is out of character question for Alvaro. Did you ever catch up the new people with the old story? It's Alvaro or Tevin, because that's going to involve what I say next.
Well, the Emperor and I had just worked together with Hephaestus, and so the Emperor has now been caught up on Hephaestus at least.
I worked with Hephaestus for a bit, and like, would Hephaestus not talk about this past
The broad details should.
I just need to know how you guys know how detailed. I need to know if
I was like, it's very up to Temin and Avamera since you guys have been around the longest. How much did you actually share with the group about past interactions up to this point?
Up to this point, I feel like they knew about Noluma and Hephaestus being with the airship and Fozhog.
Well, we were there.
Yeah, we were there for Hephaestus leaving. I mean, like before that, before Alice was a
Before
character.
Before Ula.
Yes. So everything that happened in Oakheart, Luland, Ditterreach,
The first time.
Runeshire, and Lensburg were like kind of like the key plot points, I guess, up to this point. I don't know how much you would have shared with everybody. So
I'm not sure, but now I've announced that Hephaestus is the champion of Akvestal.
Yeah.
So whether or not we shared it, I mean,
Yeah.
that's
it's information. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna just go with no. It sounds like you guys didn't go
I know why
that
they wanted
detailed.
his blood. Sorry. Wanted his blood for gathering these potions that this guy just made out of my blood, apparently. The champions, these things charge some potion in order to trap the giant snake thing. It's all a big story that has happened very fast.
Oh, you better quick take Tevin's blood before he runs out of power because his Titan doesn't exist anymore.
I need to cut your finger. Just kind of go with this.
You want me to let you do what?
I just grab him by the wrist and hold it over.
Tevin, I'm
top
your
of,
boss now. Have the heart and soul of your
the
Titan in
guy
me.
that
You
cut
should
my
listen to
finger
the
and just
Emperor.
make him do the thing.
That's how it works, right?
I'm just gonna be like, god damn it, like.
It's 1 damage.
It is one damage. Yeah.
How do we just
We get your 1 damage right here.
Because, and once again, because of my beliefs on self-harm, I will heal that 1 damage from you, just to make it even.
you're the one that harmed him?
Oka and Silk are been here the entire time in the corner too.
It was
guys.
the first time either, but it's a drastic time. I'm healing it. Come on, I'll make amends. I'm not perfect, damn it.
Well, no, you called yourself in the third person for months.
I had to make sure that the name stuck.
Oh, it's
But I don't even use the name anymore.
You shut your mouth, Baptist.
You've been dead for however many times you've been dead.
You're one to talk. Look, I'm timid now. Finger gun, finger gun. Shooting like small laser
You'll
beams.
never be me. Because you know why? You're gonna die again.
I think we can all agree that if anyone in this party were to die repeatedly, I'd like it to be Atlas.
Temin died before we were in a party, so he's died. We're in a more dangerous situation now.
I just hope that this was a learning experience, and now suddenly we're learning about Drumrus and his Achilles sword. That likes to stabby stab when you try to.
That's dad when you try to grab it.
Once again, with the sharp of wit, as always. Beat me by 2 seconds.
We're the group that's supposed to save the world.
We're the group that's supposed to save the world, and the orc man comes up behind Onka. He's still been here the entire time.
Oh, Emperor, Uncle, Champion of Earth, get him!
Y'all are fucking crazy. Get in. I'm sorry about the loss of your sister. If there's anything the Valiant can do to help, please let us know. Circa and I must go back and inform the others of the accounts that happened today. This did not go as planned, but we will continue working with you, Cor, if you continue assisting the Valiant. If you know I disagree with some of the decisions met with the council,
Who specifically?
those that would oppose a broader allegiance and treaty. I was on board with forming a set of the Champions of the Seven, including the mess that has a cult wire today, and rethinking who we consider those on our side out of the Titans, and I voted for the 8. I voted to keep Von Schultz in, and I was the only one
Well,
about.
Emperor voted for that too.
Yeah, that's true. But
I give him just a little low bone, snuffle
Yeah.
bone.
Silk and I will be on our way if nothing else is needed. Emperor, you've already walked out of the room according to what you said, so you're already halfway to the end. So.
Oh, right
yeah,
here.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So is Kavar still sleeping on the floor?
Kavar's been woken up at this point in time. Sorry.
Oh, I made sure she was good first and foremost. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I moved by her and just made sure, at the very least, she was sitting up in a chair until she came out.
Yeah. Gideon will bow and just say, "Thank you, Champion of Killins. We do need your blood before you leave, though." Fine. Literally pours it into a vial, hands it over, and just, alright, so let's leave, and walks out. Shortly after the Emperor had just left, so. What is everybody else doing?
Well, Kavar is gonna go over to Block and be like, "The fuck did you do to me?"
You said you were the tuning fork.
I don't even know what that is.
I know what it is. You didn't. But it worked.
You could have warned me.
I told you to stay still.
This lesson in consent is brought to you by...
I didn't know what was going to happen with you as a living tuning fork.
Kavar's like, you know, you kinda got a point there. And she's gonna,
Usually it's an inanimate object.
and especially after what happened, I guess, in the thing, her memory's kind of seeping out. Her head's probably still a mess. She's gonna kind of like go outside for some fresh air.
Yeah. Kavar leaves shortly after the others. Anybody else tagging along or anything else?
Dermis will tag along with Kamara. He's just you gotta get some fresh air.
I think I need to hammer something out. Lock up and see your hammer. I think it's been another day. It's inside. Where did your hammer last?
Take the hammer. I'm gonna speak with Gideon for a
Clear my head.
Oh,
Nothing.
no. I was just thinking of something, but no.
I'll stay put. Want to talk to Gideon too.
Okay. Blanca and Vel are staying back. Atlas, are you staying with Blanca after you get his hammer? Or
Yeah, I was just like sitting down at one of the desks and started just like slamming things together.
Temin and Avamera, what are you guys up to?
I think I'd probably be making sure that the seed from the tree that we got is secured, and also I'd be looking for like some sort of glove to cover up my hand.
Okay. Looking around through Bronte's like supplies and stuff like that within this room, I will say you're able to make a makeshift like Beauty and the Beast like case like wood bottom glass like over by flipping over like a vial to like secure within something secure, and then probably like wrapping it up with like a cloth and stuff like that. But the seed is restrained within a vessel, we'll call it. Glove-wise, you're not really able to find anything within his classroom, but you're able to find a makeshift seed carrier within his room.
Cameron, would you like one of the pots of holding to keep the seed in it?
Yeah, that would be good.
I will hand you our original pot, the one we had been using for most of our stuff. But before, I'll take like everything that was in it, which is I kind of figured that was like our unsettled stuff is just going into that pot. And I'm gonna transfer it all to the other pot.
Transferring of files, got it.
So you get the normal pot of holding. It's just a bag of holding. Change the name on it in your inventory.
Vel, Blanca, Atlas, and Temin still within the room. The magic spell of this has, of course, ended. And you are standing there with a professor who is distraught and just frazzled. He has just a gray look over his face. I mean, he's a gray dragonborn on top of that, to be honest. So he's just very still. Like, he kind of has that moment of like ADHD where he loses his train of thought and is just standing there in the middle of the room as people have come and gone, and some of you have stayed, and then he looks over at the remaining people within the room and just like, oh, I'm sorry, deep in thought. Is there more that I can help you out with, or are we?
I wanted to say, I'm sorry I couldn't keep your sister. That was too late. But you did speak with us when we were at the spirit tree.
You heard from Kenneth before she left.
Yes. She said you got to take a bit more responsibility for things, but she believed in you.
She was always the stronger of us three, being the oldest, keeping us together. I mean, that's what big sisters are for, right? not going to be the same without her. I'm ruling over the city. I mean, I'm not ready for that kind of responsibility. I liked my books. And he kind of looks around and like just kind of like just scrambles a hand over a desk for a second. I like to get away from things, from the nobility of life, and just take matters in my own hand of what knowledge I can learn from the world around me. That's why I became a professor to begin with, to teach others, to train the next sorcerer to great and wonderful things that will help aid those of many. Now I have to lay this all behind. I'm not ready for that. And also,
Why not have to lay it behind? Why wouldn't you use it as a different way to rule? Even still. Don't try to fill your sister's shoes. You guys are grown.
I can never. She wears a size 12. I'm only a 10, so that doesn't work. I thank you for informing me of my sister's last wishes. I do greatly appreciate it. I wish there was a different way that today had gone, but my wishes don't always come true. And that's magic for you. It sounds like the Arcane Brotherhood are needing some assistance. I must not linger on too much longer, and the busier my mind is, the less I have to think about it. So,
Is there any way that we can assist?
the only thing that I wish at this point is that the world doesn't end how Zala and Gates attended to. Don't let their plans succeed. If they do, the world you see, like, he holds out his hand, like, looks around and goes towards the window to, like, gaze upon the city and just the town. This plane, this world of Gastren will not be the same if they reach their goal. So I'm always willing to aid those fighting for the good cause. Those the people of this plane. The people that wish to continue to help. So you have a safe haven here. And it'll reach always. And we welcome you with open arms when you do return, so go now, don't linger and wait for your friends too much longer. And Timon, the task that has been put upon you is a great ordeal, my friend. That seed you carry is the last remaining essence of the ether. Plant it wisely, my friend.
Where would I plant it?
You'll know when you find it.
I heard Atlas, but I heard nothing else you said.
I'm stepping to the side and helping you work on the hammer.
It's going over. I think I'm just like honestly finishing the finishing touches on it. Like dying twice, believe it or not, has put me maybe a little sense of making market and making market of this world. So now I'm put your first ever weapon with like a symbol on it that's made by me. This would be a super stylized A on top of a compass rose.
I like it.
And like it's ready, Blanca. The chain breaker. It's fully loaded, and I have 2 more reloads on top of it. You get 4 shots before you have to reload it. We should test it not in here, because it might explode.
We all know that you're well versed in explosions. He said sarcastically.
No, I'm not going to respond to that, because I'm actually very proud I got this to hopefully work.
I'm just saying.
Relieve me, Blanca, let's go. Walking away, not listening to Tevin. I'm just basically Tevin down and shoot like finger guns as I walk out with little laser beams.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna actually like do this, except I will actually shoot it.
I didn't want to put holes in the ceiling 10 minutes, so I wasn't actually shooting it.
That's why we're different. I don't give a fuck.
That's why we're different, alright.
Fenman and Atlas. As you guys are in your finger gun shooting contest, the glowing essence on your finger that once was your Eldritch Blast stops.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Your Patreon is no more. Any warlock abilities you once held have been nullified.
Well, it was nice playing with you guys. Now I'm fucked.
That was very short-lived as I walk away.
Good thing you took that level 1 monk.
How is he alive then?
Why are you still alive? You got brought back just as much as I did.
Let me know at what point that I will
Like,
come
I've
back
been
and
alive
drink
for,
to see
like-
you guys still arguing.
I've been alive for a lot longer. You've been alive for literally 5 minutes.
And I was giving the last remaining soul and heart of the Titan. What did he do to you? He just like breathed on you when you came back to life.
Yeah, but I've at least lived this entire time.
I still say, I think giving the heart and soul of the Titan is a little more rights to living.
We'll see. Now we have to figure out how to get these goddamn abilities back.
So you know, plant that seed of yours.
Maybe I should have taken that damn shield.
Okay. As you guys are walking out of the room, it sounds like.
I'm gonna test Blanca's hammer.
Everybody else had left earlier. You're traveling down the halls of Draconary University, out to the outskirts, to stone woven path, reaching, wow, I'll just flip to the goddamn map, honestly. I was like, reaching some lightly grazed over foliage of trees and paths that just go to different dormitories and small different facilities around the university. You head towards the main street, towards the Sleepy Bow Inn is where the Emperor was heading, and I think announced, if you guys are following behind. Within the inn, there's a half elf holding up at the front. He has a crowded inn at the moment, as many people off this side of the streets have been stuck and detained within this area. The inn is very hustle and bustle. He has 2 different bar staff trying to help him behind the counter. As he runs towards the front clerk's desk and see the Emperor enter in first, and just like, "Oi, mate, sorry, it's quite a day. Was not expecting an early rush like this, even being this close to the college. It's just A lot of people are stuck here at the moment, it sounds like. Is there anything I can do for you?
I need food and plenty of drink for myself, and we'll say about 10 people.
10 people. Okay, give me a moment. I'm sorry. It's, I'll get a table as soon as I
I will
can.
give you 2 platinum pieces to get it.
I will get a table very, very fast for you. Very fast for you. Helen, please, we have 10 guests on their way in right now. Hey, I hear you, Ralph. Let's, you, Smoleth, get out of here! Get your gang out of here! And, like, literally you see this, female, halfling, like, yelling at the small crowd and trying to, like, push them out and trying to give you guys a table. She ends up taking, like, a 4-person tabletop and, like, a 2-person tabletop, like, just smushing them together. So it's not the best, like, table structure, and then just pulls up as many chairs and, like, stools she can possibly find. And then Wolfgang just looks over at you and just, I'm sorry, it's already the gods at the moment. I hope this will do for the time being. Once something else open, we'll definitely get you something more. What is the name for the party?
What? If you loosen up the leg of one specific chair.
Which chair are we looking at? And
I point to one specific chair that will come into play later when I tell Atlas to sit down.
Okay. Yes, okay, and then name for party. Once they arrive, we can pinpoint, because as you can see, many people within the crowd right now.
We are the champions of the realm.
Champions of the realm. Alright, that's very...
You can abbreviate it as the core.
The core, I like it. Very, very niche, very now. Love, love, love. Alright, over here, darling. And he, like, will bring you over towards, like, the table, and he takes one of the chair and, like, scoots it back. Like, this will be the chair. and he starts, like, bringing it back to get it brought, fixed up. Shortly behind, it sounded like Drumeris and Kavara and Avamera were walking. So, was there anything you guys were saying as you were heading towards the end? Or are you guys just entering into the end?
Did we pass anything along the way that might have been of interest to any of us?
I mean, there's definitely different college, like, classrooms you pass, like, there's a couple different rooms that you pass by. Biology, you pass by, like, a flying class, aberration spell class, and then once you get to the outside, the library is separate, heading towards the inn. There is a small stable that houses a couple different kind of animals within the campus for research, we'll say.
Oh yeah, Kavara's going that way.
Yeah, I figured. And then the Minotaur's Mallet, which is one of the blacksmiths, is pretty much right across the street from the inn itself. So you guys see Kavara dip towards the animal pasture. It sounds like.
Avamera would dip towards the library.
Okay. Kavara. Towards the animal pasture. Once you arrive, this open pasture has a couple different small stables that house some horse ostriches, probably like 3 or 4 when you would see. There is a small little pond nearby that you can see different aquatic animals jumping in and out. A very large, like 8-foot wide, 8-foot tall tortoise that is like just munching on some side of a like the ridge of the pond itself. Near the pond, you can see 2 different students kind of curled up close to each other. One of them has a sketchbook out and it looks like they're sketching like the tortoise and everything in front of them. And the other one is just like slowly just playing on like a little lute, just humming out like a little tune as they're just kind of sitting there just enjoying the evening as it's mid-afternoon right now. They don't bother to look up as you slowly approach the animal pasture and pen. Probably a couple acres worth.
So, nothing new, just some basic animals Kavara's already probably seen.
Basic animals at the moment.
You know, Kamara might just, hang out over here for a bit. Go for a swim.
You're jumping in the water?
Yeah, well, Kamara's just gonna jump in the water.
Okay. Kavara, jumping in the water. This cool sensation hits as this is a very, very cold pond. Probably maybe 8 feet deep in total with the seaweed. And as you jump in and just are kind of floating there within your own thoughts and the thoughts that have left today, and being called an object. Oh my gosh. Being called a tuning fork today.
I want to spice this up a little bit because the water is pretty cold.
Yeah.
We're gonna summon a fire element,
Okay.
and we're gonna make a little hot spring out here.
Little element starts like bubbling up and starts bubbling up the spring. Literally the fish start like flopping because it's getting too warm. You hear one of the students, "Hey, that's not very nice." Like, okay, never mind. Like steps back, like very uncomfortable, even speaking out towards you.
I kind of want the fire element to kind of be just chilling next to me, just heating up this pool, just relaxing in the water too.
Yeah. As the water starts warming up there for you, Kavara. I need a, we're gonna go Constitution saving throw from you.
Constitution saving throw. That would be an 18.
18, okay. 18's a pass. This spell that was done on you earlier as the pinpoint, basically arcane focus, has taken a toll on your body itself, and you slump into this pond a lot more comfortable than you were expecting, but still are able to retain your consciousness. And as you're slowly relaxing and you're just thinking deep in thought, the ripples in front of you kind of just spread out. You can begin to start seeing the essence of your starry form reflection and the astral cosmic lights that normally portrayed off of this. As you meet your reflection's face and your flowy hair and your horns, you kind of have a little smile on your face. There is, for a split second, your image reflects that of a maw that kind of begins to grow out of a white dragon front face. Two golden beating eyes stare at your reflection itself as your reflection becomes this, basically. Of that of a golden gleaming eyes, white white teeth and white fur that flows off of its scales. Very, unfortunately, Pokemon-wise, like very Gyarados-like in a way, with like the little mustache like flowing off of the side of it. As you peer in, you can see this reflection of this dragon, and just staring at you, and stares back at this reflection. You can feel this presence looking over at you. And says, "My little dumpling, it's been too long. Thank you for coming home." And that's where we're going to end today.
Little dumpling?
Little dumpling.
Little dumpling.
Ours new nickname.
I'm all for it.
Little smelly dumpling.
Dumpling or 2v4? One of the two.
Hey, she's taking a bath right now, so.
Well, but yep.
Last time she gave me your bath and fucking.
back in
I don't know what you consider bad. You jumped in this random like
If you jumped into a random pond.
pond. Like animals nearby. Bathing it.
On that note, I want to give everybody a DM inspiration for today's session because you all did some awesome work of just role playing in general. Like it was a very, very well rounded session. So all of you can add a DM inspiration under your belts.
Yay.
So
Hey.